I want to show you my updated full glam base routine. I'm going to show you the 3 foundations that I've been using. Obviously, House Labs, I've posted her a lot. This foundation is incredible and really great for full glam. The Makeup Forever Hydra Glow foundation has also been in my rotation, and I love this foundation, and it's a little bit more buildable than the House Labs. And then Tried and True Hollywood Flawless Filter is another one that is in my rotation right now. I'm gonna do the Makeup Forever one today, and I always just apply directly on my skin. Damp Beauty Blender. I just tap this in. Color match is amazing, and I do love how dewy this foundation is. It's a really good summer foundation. I was using this when I was traveling. And look at how much I've used this skin enhancer. That's how you know I really do love a product. This has seen better days, but it's because it is well loved. I apply this like a bronzer with a brush. So I start with it in the contours, and then I kind of bring it onto my cheeks, and I love putting it on my nose. I feel like it naturally deposits where it needs to contour. This Kosas concealer, this is my ride or die. I love a hydrating concealer because it keeps your under eyes looking plump rather than a really drying heavy concealer. And just blending this out really softly with that same beauty blender, and this just melts into my skin. I will always do my entire face in cream products and then mattify everything with powders. Makeup by Mario contour stick. This is where I'll really start to carve out my cheeks, and I hit my jawline too, and I also get my nose. God, I love nose contour. I don't know who I'd be without nose contour. And the last of our cream products, this Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. Just applying this in the same spots that we added the contour. Now I'm taking Huda Beauty Glowish, and I'm going to set the bronzy areas first, and then we'll add our regular powder. I think using powder bronzer first before the regular powder creates a better blend. This is the Huda setting powder in Sugar Cookie. Every time I film myself powdering my face, it starts flying everywhere, so if you see all of the little orbs, they're not ghosts. It's actually just powder. And I really just put this where we highlighted. So the same spots that we concealed is where I will prioritize adding the powder, and then I'll take what's left on the brush and blend it into the other parts of my face. So there's only really remnants, and that's kind of what I hit my forehead with. And then after I let this sit for a sec, I blend it into the bronzer. So now we are matte. It doesn't look like there's enough color in our face, so we're gonna go back in again with the bronzer. And I'm gonna be a little more generous this time. Then I usually re-highlight with this Charlotte Tilbury powder, just to add a little bit more contrast. And now we must contour our nose with some powder. This brush is incredible. This is Morphe M164. I have used this brush now for quite some time, and I have posted about it before, but it is worth it to get your hands on it for nose contour. I actually like to take the brush that I had the balm on, and I start tapping it into my nose. Then it's nice to take a really small brush and highlight the very tip. Now we're gonna set our face. I always apply blush after I set my face with setting spray. I'm gonna start with this Kylie Glow Balm and then end with my favorite Patrick Ta blush. I love a really, really pink blush, and I do love how these apply on top of powders. I really only ever apply with my finger because cream product on top of powder is always really hard. If you use a brush, it tends to move. So I definitely recommend, if you are doing this, to use your finger. But applying it this way, you get way more precision. You're not picking up the product that we just worked so hard to lay down. It was so baby pink and perfect and cool toned. And then going right on top of the Glow Balm, this kind of sets everything into place. I like to place this right above my contour and a little bit onto my cheeks, and I will readjust with some powder to blend the blush a little bit better. Take a little bit of powder, just marry the two. No filter. Even though I have so many products on my skin, it doesn't read heavy, and it looks absolutely snatched. And you can go to the next part. I will be doing my eyes and lips.